To get started configuring a Unifi router, come to your site manager, go into the site where your device is, and when you see your device here, go to settings. You're going to want to look for VPN. This is a VPN client, and you can configure this manually, but we suggest using the Wireguard config file that we include. So go ahead and upload configuration file. Once you have that configuration file loaded, you'll notice the details are all filled in. Hit create. Once that's completed, you'll see the details of your connection here. Tunnel IP address and subnet mask, server address, port number, uptime, and of course the status, which shows us that it is in fact connected. Of course, you'll see the little green button here as well. With the tunnel up and working, what we want to do next is configure NAT to NAT out through the tunnel. Without this configuration, traffic will be NATed to the physical underlying interfaces. We want to NAT traffic into the tunnel so that we're going over core transit. Go to this option here that says policy table. Click the policy table item. You'll see some NAT rules here. These are masquerade NAT rules, which means everything is NATed out through that interface, and these are Internet 1 and Internet 2 NAT rules for physical interfaces. We want to create a new policy here. We will create a NAT policy. We'll use masquerade. We actually want to come in here and look at VPN client. Use that WireGuard interface we just created. Go ahead and click that. And here is where you can kind of customize a little bit and make this what you need it. IPv4, probably all traffic. Source is the source, the traffic on your network and how it should be NATed. So you can say any, or you could say network and say, hey, we want to use this single 192.168.1 network that's internally here. You could make it a single IP address and so on and so forth. So a couple different things you can do here, but this will be a standard NAT rule for NATing everything out to the internet. We can then hit add. Oh, we have to give it a name, to core transit, and then we can hit add, and you can see the details here if we need to change it, and you will see this NAT rule added at the top that of course you can edit and use. Now, if for some reason this service is down, you should still be able to get traffic out through these rules, but because this one has priority, of course it is going to be at the top. With our NAT rule in place, the next thing we need to do is ensure traffic is routed into this tunnel. So we do that by creating a new policy. We create a route. We leave it set to route, and this is actually a policy-based route. Something to keep in mind with policy-based routing is there is a kill switch option. So this just means that if this route is unavailable, shut it down, right? Like, so if we're saying traffic must be routed into core transit. If it's not, don't allow it to go out at all. In my case, if core transit's down, I still want to get to the internet, so I'm going to uncheck that. The next piece is the source. So this is traffic that we want, that we're generating on our internal LAN. So I'm just going to say default, all default traffic from the default LAN network. And then destination, we're going to leave that to any, so it goes to the entire internet. We can actually target specific IP addresses or regions or things like that as well, but ultimately that's what we need. So I'm going to hit add, and actually got to give it a name, and look at that, I got to give it a tunnel as well. So I'm going to call this to core transit, and of course if something doesn't work, it'll help you out. So hit add. Now we're good to go. If we want to make changes, of course we can do that here, and you see we have our route and we have our NAT masquerade rule. Now when we open up a trace route, we'll see our traffic go into core transit. When you're done, you could go to a website like speedtest.net. On speedtest.net, you'll see core transit is listed as the ISP, and you will see your IP address from core transit listed here as well. Of course, you can run a speed test, see what the performance is like, and go from there.